All right, we're going to do 3 tests. The first one we're going to do is a rotational test. And what you do is you have the client put their feet touching together at the floor. And they're going to pick either hand, the left hand or the right hand. And what they're going to do first is listen to the instruction all the way through. They're going to point forward with the left hand. Then they're going to, and once they pointed forward, they're then going to rotate the direction of the hand they've chosen. If it's left, they'll rotate it left. If it's right, they rotate it right. So in this case, we'll do the left hand. And what they're going to do is they're going to rotate as far around behind them as they can by rotating. And once they get to that limit, they're going to say, that's as far as I can go. They're not going to come back. They're going to stay as long as they can for a full few moments in that extended position behind them. All right, so go ahead. So that's as far as extension lets her go. I'm going to put a bracelet there and we're going to see if it rotates any more. So that's a rotational experience. That's the first test right there. The second test we're going to do is we're going to take the hands and put them to the hips. And you can see they're cupped here properly. And she's going to choose, or he's going to choose, whichever foot he wants to cross over in front of the other. And she can do right or left. And then she will take it so that she's standing with her toes, so that she's pretty much centered as much as she can be. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put pressure on the foot that's missing, or in other words, the missing leg we call it. And my goal is to push straight down this way. And we're going to have her stay, reminding her multiple times in this case, to be rigid. Don't bend, don't flex. As I want her to be like a board, rigid. And I'm going to push down straight. And we're going to see how her balance is without the technology. I'm going to push down now. Okay, so we'll do it again. I'll give them a second chance so they know the feeling. And we're going to do it again. She's not going to let me move her hand. It's going to be rigid right on her hip. Ready? Practice makes perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bracelet and put it on her other hand. And I'm going to do the exact same test. I'm going to push straight down.
Oh, much better.
And that, again, is the one test we can demonstrate. You can do either hand, but always do the test on the missing leg side. Now, the other test I would do right now, which is going to be put her feet back together again. I'm going to have her rotate to the camera halfway around. And I'm going to have her put her hands behind her back, locking them. And I'm going to push down this way. And I'm going to have her stay, no flex. She's going to be rigid like a board, and we're going to push down. She's pretty good, but she's flexing. Okay, so I'm going to remind her to stay rigid, and I'm going to push down. So she wants to be like a board. Her feet are touching, and we're going to do it again. Okay, that's the intent of it. Practice. So I'm going to put the bracelet here this time again, just so she can see the difference for herself. And I'm going to push straight down again.
Oh, much better.
Okay, now there is another approach to this. We'll turn around again. We'll go back to the second test and have her feet touching. And have her hands go to her hips again, cupping upward. She's going to cross one leg over, whichever she prefers. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to do the same test as I did a moment ago. I'm going to push down because this is the missing leg this time. She's going to be rigid. Not let me push her hand down. Let her body be rigid. Ready?
God.
Do what you can. Rigid, don't let me move you.
Okay.
Okay, this time instead of having her touch the bracelet, I can have someone stand over here and point at her, or I can actually take it like so, and I can discharge the energy right in front of her. Ready? Rigid.
Better.
And that's again the demonstration of the product without it even touching the client.